know a lot of people out there struggle with eating junk food. I've been there, and like for me personally, it hasn't been too difficult to get away from it. Like I'm I'm not that good at forcing myself to do things that I know I should do, but I've always been pretty decent at denying myself things. Right? Denying myself things that I want. And so it hasn't been too difficult for me. I still eat junk food occasionally, but there's one thing that I think has really helped me in times when I feel like that I feel that struggle of just like wanting to eat crap, like it's so hard living in this world, and it's like when life gets tough, there's just a million freaking things that you can turn to just stuff it down and numb it and ignore it instead of just dealing with the difficulty. And junk food obviously is one of those things. And it's, when life's tough, it's easy to be like, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself, treat yourself. But sometimes for some people, a lot of people, life's tough like all the time. And if you just, keep treating yourself, then you're gonna end up in a bad place. And a lot of people are in that bad place. And so anyway, I'm rambling already. It's been like 2 minutes. I'm rambling already. But I found something that helps me in those times. And that is to recognize that the people who make this food are psychopaths, and they have deliberately engineered it to be addicting so that you will give them more money. And just like not wanting to support that, being like, you know what? I don't want to give my hard-earned money to psychopaths, or in my case, my husband's hard-earned money. I don't want to give it to psychopaths. They don't deserve his hard-earned money. And letting that be a motivation to not consume that stuff. So something that I try to do if I'm like struggling and feeling like I want to just like stuff my face with some crap is to say, you know what? I don't actually want to support these companies and these people who are like clearly psychos for engineering these like false food-ish products to addict people so that they'll want to eat more and eat more so that they can make a little bit more money, Like, it's psychotic, and I don't want to support that. And I feel like I started moving, or really like I moved in that direction and started having the understanding back when I first went vegan and learned about factory farming and how the animals are treated and all of that. I'm not vegan right now, if you're unfamiliar with me. But, I realized that was like a big motivation for me. It's like, I don't want to pay for that. I don't support that. I would never do that to an animal. Like, I've always fancied myself like an animal person or an animal lover, And it's like, I don't want to pay people to do that. And if that means that I can't eat those certain things, then I just won't. And that was mainly where I was coming from in becoming vegan. And so I've used that same logic to be like, well, these companies that are making this food, like, I don't want to support them. And like, it's really hard in the modern world when you start going down that rabbit hole of like what our money is supporting. Let's not even talk about freaking taxes, right? But just like, operating the world with like electronics, it's like every electronics piece is like not morally sound or whatever you want to say. Like, it's really difficult. And so we have to like have that nuance of like, okay, you can't be perfect with this kind of stuff, that you can't expect perfection. And if you do, then you're either gonna like drive yourself crazy or just be like lying to yourself, right? Because that's just how like supply chains and the modern world, it's like, that's just kind of how it is. Like, it's really, really hard, if not impossible, unless you're basically just like living off the land and growing your own food and like remain disconnected from the world. Like, it's kind of not possible to have like a morally neutral lifestyle where you're not paying for something egregious, you know, which is a bummer. Like, it's a bummer that that's how the world is. But so I like, you have to like have that realization and be like, okay, I can't be perfect and I don't have to expect myself to be perfect. But just like keeping that in your mind. And when you're about to purchase something that you know is not good for you, for your body, for your mind, and then on top of that, it's supporting people and companies that you don't want to support, I feel like it's easier, at least it has been for me, to say, okay, I'm not gonna buy it. Like, I don't need to. I can exert my own self-will and not buy the thing. Similarly, like, recognizing how branding manipulates us, I think can be helpful. Like, just kind of being aware of all this kind of stuff and like seeing it from time to time, you know? Like, you know, I fall into this because, like, okay, I grew up in Maryland, and so, you know, I've kind of deprogrammed myself in a lot of ways, but one of the things still is like, if I see something that's like, oh, it's Old Bay, it's like something that you wouldn't think of that would be Old Bay, but then it's got Old Bay on it, I'm like, oh crap, you know, the irresistible way to Old Bay. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're probably right. You know what? And they are quite good. I gotta say, they're quite good. So, you know, I still buy some junk sometimes, you know? Same thing with freaking, like, because I love Red Bull. Like, I enjoy the product. I'm not drinking it currently because it's too much caffeine. I've realized that I need to stick to small amounts of caffeine if I don't want it to build up in my system and cause problems for my health and well-being. But, so I'm not currently consuming Red Bull. But in the past, I've loved Red Bull. And still, it's like, I'll see it and there's like some new freaking whatever edition of Red Bull. I'm like, oh crap, that sounds really good. So, you know, but like, I recognize it. I'm like, you know, like, did I need to buy the Old Bay Goldfish? Like, no, I did not. But I did, and you know, life goes on. I'm not gonna buy them again. I tried them. I'm not gonna buy them again. But, you know, so I like, you know, it's just a helpful thing. It's just a helpful thing. To keep in mind how you're being manipulated and how that's like affecting your choices, and just kind of like, if you're struggling, to see if that knowledge could be helpful. I can see how it could backfire and like just kind of make you really depressed if you like know what it is you're supporting, but you're like too broken to care or whatever. Like, yeah, it could backfire, but even so, it's helped me. It's helped me. So, you know, yeah, maybe something to think about. Do you want to like, and like, everything's so freaking expensive these days. It's like, you work hard for your money. Like, I don't, my husband does. He works hard for his money. He works hard for our money. So, like, do I really want to give that money to psychopaths? No, I don't. And sometimes it's hard not to, but I'm gonna try my best. And it's definitely helped me to consume less junk food. So there you go. I hope it helps you. And I thank you for watching. And goodbye.